Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren. And on my channel, we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you a list of the best investment bags for 2025. Those are bags that, number one, will never go out of style, that will always be classic, that will always be a go-to, and then number two, that will appreciate in value. So it's the best of both worlds. So if you're curious to see what my choices are, then please keep on watching. My first one is going to be a Chanel Classic Flap. This one is in size small. It's in black, features caviar leather and gold hardware. And I know what you're gonna tell me, oh my god, this is so expensive. Absolutely not. This is ridiculous. I hate this bag. There's a lot of people who no longer believe in Chanel, who feel like there have been a lot of quality issues, that the constant price increases make it such that it is no longer an investment bag. But in my mind, it really is, and here is why. I bought this bag for, can you believe it, 3,000 euros. So a little bit over like $3,500 a long time ago, and now this bag is well worth over $10,000. That being said, I have worn it a whole lot and it still looks like it is brand new. If I listed this bag for sale and I listed it as brand new, pristine condition, people would believe me. However, I have worn it quite a lot. This is one of my best occasion bags. I really feel like it goes well with everything. The design is very, very simple, yet it's classic. It's obviously a timeless model. It is their iconic model from the brand. Very elegant, very ladylike. I absolutely love this. I really like the combination of the black and gold hardware. I feel like both of them go really well together. Like I said, this one is in size small. I have heard from my essay that size small is the one that has the highest resale value. That being said, I actually do personally prefer size medium. This one is actually my only size small that I have. All of my other flap bags are in size medium. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you probably know by now that I am 5'11" or 180 centimeters. So for me, I feel like bigger bags or slightly larger bags tend to look better on me. But yeah, if you're looking for an investment bag, I would recommend a size small. That is what my essay said. So this Chanel Classic Flap will forever be one of the best investment bags in my opinion. Next up, we have the Goya Sanui tote bag. I have mine in black in size PM, so the smaller model. I really feel like this bag is perfect. The price is extremely reasonable to begin with, especially compared to the Chanel flat bag that I presented you earlier. This one is right around $1,700, so very, very reasonable. I don't necessarily think that it will appreciate in value a whole lot. That being said, you will use this bag so much that like the cost per wear will be absolutely incredible. Like it's incredibly low, especially for me. This is my everyday bag. I use this bag for everything. I use this bag for work. I use this bag for errands. I use this bag for like, I don't know, medical appointments, like doing the groceries, like really absolutely everything. This works so well for me. It's such a carefree bag. If you have like a spill or a stain on the bag, you can clean it really, really easily. The Goya is amazing for that. Like I said, this one is in size PM. It's perfect for me because it fits a laptop. It fits like, you know, a water bottle, a sunscreen, like all of my essentials, a sweater, all that stuff, but it's not too large. If you do feel like this is too small for you, this bag does come in a larger size called size GM. That one I felt like for me it looked a little large and like, you know, would be best suited for like a travel bag more so than for an everyday bag. So for me, this is the perfect size. If you do feel like this bag is too large for you, then I would go ahead and recommend the Goya Mini Anjou also in black. It's kind of like the same thing. The bag just like comes like right up here. It is much smaller, so for me personally it wouldn't necessarily work as well for every day, but yeah, this one is absolutely fantastic. And you know, like this in black, it goes with absolutely everything perfectly, with like a workout outfit from Lululemon, just as well as it would go with like a pair of dress pants and like a cute top. Like really, I mean, this is an amazing bag, and I feel like you cannot go wrong with that, and you will get an amazing cost per wear on this purse. Next up, we are going to have the Lady Dior bag. I have this one in size small, and this is a size that I would recommend, especially for investment purposes. So I have had a love-hate relationship with this bag for a long time. Basically, the gripe that I have with this bag is its price. So currently this bag retails for $6,000 plus tax, which I really feel like is extremely expensive for a non-Chanel bag, if that makes sense. I have this thing where like I can stomach spending a lot of money on a bag from Chanel because I consider that, you know, it will appreciate in value so much. It's like kind of like my brand, you know, like the brand that I love the most. I love their classic flaps, all that stuff. So I feel like I'm okay, more or less, spending $10K on a handbag. But then this, when it comes to Dior, I had a really hard time being okay with their prices. They've had a very large price increase fairly recently. So, you know, these bags are now pretty expensive. So that's the one thing. But what you do have to remember about that is with price increases come like a better investment. Because obviously, you know, the prices will keep on increasing. So, you know, next year it might be $7,000, the following year might be $8,000. So yeah, this is a classic, kind of like the Chanel classic flap. It really is like the iconic model from the brand. Very elegant, very timeless, classic. Goes well with everything. I feel like this one in size small really is the perfect size for a whole lot of stuff, because you can fit a little bit more than the essentials. So for me, I would put like, you know, hand sanitizer, like a sunscreen, like a small face sunscreen, my sunglasses, like, you know, something like that, like a little bit more than just like a card holder and a car key, if that makes sense. But it's not too large, and at the same time it still fits stuff, so I like that. This bag obviously comes in different sizes, so if you feel like this one is going to be too small for you, it comes in size MM. That one I felt like was a little too large for me. It also does come in size mini. Size mini, I would say, is best geared for nighttime outings because it really only fits the essentials, that's it. So long story short, yeah, size small for me is really where it's at. It's not too big, really fits everything, and I do love the look of it. I think that I also kind of like went back and forth for a long time with the look of it, but I love it. I think the one thing that I still struggle with is the handles. You kind of have to like find a spot where they fit upright. So that's kind of the annoying thing that I still struggle with this bag, but other than that, I feel like it's an amazing investment bag in 2025. Next up, we have the Hermes Picotan. This is actually a bag that I do not have, so I will be including a picture either here or here. Quite frankly, for investment purposes, I could have recommended you any Hermes bag. They're all hard to get, or at least all of the hard to get ones, maybe not the Her bag. But all of the ones that are difficult to get, definitely a Birkin, definitely a Kelly, definitely a mini Kelly. The Picotan is also an amazing option. So I feel like all of those bags that are hard to get would be great investment bags. I do love the Picotan because I feel like the price is still reasonable. Even if you get it on the resale market, the markup is maybe like $1,000 more than what you would get it at the Hermes store. So I feel like it's still reasonable price-wise. It comes in two sizes. The one size that I would pick would be size 22. It also comes in size 18, but that for me would be way too small. I have tried it on and it literally looks like I'm holding a kid's purse. It looks ridiculous on me because of how tall I am. So I would pick size 22. I love this bag. Once again, I've had kind of like a love-hate relationship with this bag and with the brand itself. I have a really hard time kind of like entering the Hermes game and like buying things that I actually don't like. just for the sake of having a bag. And the sad thing is, there's not a lot of Hermes items that I like. I think aside from like the orange sandals that I could have in basically a million colors, that's kind of about it. The rest I'm like, you know, like I could have it, but it wouldn't like, you know, spark joy. It wouldn't make me necessarily happy, and I feel like I would then, you know, kind of like be buying stuff just for the sake of buying stuff. So long story short, really love-hate relationship with this. That being said, it's an amazing bag. The price is still reasonable. You can sell them for a premium. That's one of the best criteria in looking for investment bags. Something that's timeless as well, that's very, you know, that's very trendy right now, but it has been really very famous for a long time. That's been here, that's here to stay. So I feel like for all of those reasons, the Hermes Picotan is an amazing investment bag in 2025. Next, and already last on this list, we have the Prada Galleria Small Saffiano leather bag. This is also a bag that I do not have in my collection, so I will be including a picture either here or here. I actually love this color. This is like light pink. I feel like it's perfect, especially for the spring and summer season. The color really is gorgeous. I feel like the reason why I chose this bag is twofold. Number one, it is a classic model. This is something that was popular right when I started my designer bag collection. Let's say like 8 or 9 years ago, so a really long time ago. I remember those were like kind of like the it bags. They were so trendy, and they still are today. I feel like, especially since the kind of revival of the brand and of especially this bag model, they came up with really nice colors for spring, like the pink one. I've also seen a model with like little blue flowers, and that looks absolutely amazing. So I feel like it's been popular for such a long time, and it definitely is here to stay. The price still is reasonable. I believe we're around like the 4,000 price range. So still, you know, for a designer bag, reasonable-ish. Those are the types of bags that you cannot damage, which I absolutely love. I feel like they are so resistant. The Saffiano leather is one of the most resistant materials I've ever seen. These are the types of bags that you cannot scratch, that you cannot stain, that you basically like, you know, cannot, pretty much cannot damage. So the wear and tear really is amazing. I remember getting one, and I felt like I sold it for such a big price because I listed like the bag is like pristine condition. And like I had worn it so much, and I listed it as like almost not used, or like 9 out of 10 condition or something like that, and like that wasn't really true, but you know. So yeah, I sold this bag a really long time ago because I felt like the size was too large for me. So this bag comes in different sizes. The one that I would pick, especially today, would be a size small, because kind of similar to the Lady Dior bag, it's enough to hold the essentials and a little bit more, but it's not too bulky or too large. I feel like when bags, especially structured bags, tend to be too large, they become bulky very quickly and then just kind of like lose their elegance, if that makes sense. So I would recommend it in size small, and I think this is a terrific investment bag for 2025. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I tried to pick handbags from different brands. Honestly, I could have probably done a video just with Chanel bags. Number one, based on like how much I love them, and number two, based on like how good their resale value is. But I wanted to kind of diversify and pick bags from different brands. So I hope that this video was informational and beneficial for you in case you were looking at acquiring a bag that would be a great investment this year. All of those are tremendous options. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.